Hello and welcome everybody to Barcelona, Spain. What we're going to do today in this video is I'm going to explore a bit of the country. So my plan is we're going to leave here, we're going to jump in a rental car, and we're going to do a big loop around the Iberian Peninsula. We're going to go see some Roman ruins, we're going to go see some old churches, we're going to see a little bit of the beaches, stuff like that. So let's go see what we see in this wonderful country. Highlight of this is this Gothic cathedral, and you can see this from miles away. I mean, it kind of stands out, so you definitely want to come up here on the hill. So that's the church, and over there is the castle. This is fantastic. These columns are just beautiful. Yeah, they say most of all the cool architecture was destroyed, and this was actually used as a military base for a couple hundred years. You can see over there, there's like the little guard posts, and the walls just kind of make kind of like a star pattern. It's kind of an interesting style. And then you can see some more of the battlements over that away. Yeah, so that's all closed up there today, but we can see it. I think the views from up there would be fantastic. You can see the walls and everything. 13th, 14th century, lots of history here. So where to begin talking about this? You have these really cool arches, all these little columns here. We got a bell ringing. You can see the brickwork that goes up toward. Yeah, so this cloister right here, they consider it to be the largest in Europe for a Gothic cathedral. It is just absolutely massive. The columns are pretty cool. It has like a flower motif, and it has like the gargoyles mixed in amongst the flowers. Full sight. So I see these arches here, and then you got the bell tower right behind it. And so right there you have Jesus on the cross. So let's see if we can go up into the top of the bell tower. This is going to be a little bit of a climb. It's 60 meters high with 238 steps. All right, so there's a stairwell. But we're treated with this view. So you can see what the fortification looked like on that part. Like a little pillbox over there. Yeah, that was a bit of a climb. It was pretty fun though, and some fantastic views. Like we have a ceremony going on in here. Oh, that's beautiful. You can hear the sound perfect. So they're playing right up there. The acoustics in this building are very, very nice. So this church, the first stone was laid in 1203, but they did the preparations for it 10 years before, and the first church service was in 1278. Music is a nice touch. So we're right in the middle of it. So they have a Jesus right there on the cross. Just look at this massive dome, and we have some of the murals still here on the walls. Looks like they're trying to retouch them up. You can see where they're drawing the outlines to repair them maybe. Here giving a sermon. Your congregation will be sitting right there amongst these massive columns. And you see those arches and the windows up there. So they have some more murals here. Painted up there. So look at that bell tower. So we were way up there, 60 meters up. And then this is the gift shop entrance, and back there is the church. What a amazing building. And then over here is the fort. And the fort is closed today, so we can just see it from out here. And then down here is the grounds. We can see all the little pillboxes and everything. This is kind of the downtown part of Guernica. And it is really cool. They have all these little like statues around of famous Basque people. They also have, like in the evening, they'll set up and they'll have restaurants and stuff like that outside. So all the locals will meet together, all the friends and family will get together and have a really good time. I think this is one of the composers, like in the 1800s. He wrote a song about the old Guernica tree. And we'll walk up there. That'll be the last thing we look at in the village. But all of this here, what the tragic side of it is all of this was destroyed. In April of 1937, the Condor Legion, the Luftwaffe, descended on this area, and they basically carpet bombed this whole downtown area. And 85% of all of the buildings you see now were destroyed. Really a cool little courtyard here, and you can see a statue up there on the hill. Now I think Guernica has its roots in 1366 is what I was reading, and it was like a Count Lico that established the town. This is another one of the little squares they have here. You can see the clock tower with the bells and stuff. And I think this might be like converted into a museum. And we're right over here by this really, really old church. The church itself, I think, was built on the foundation of another church. And they started it, I think, in like the 1400s, and it was completed in the 1700s. There was a delay, and they originally wanted it to be like a Gothic cathedral, but they had, when they stopped building it, they changed the plans, and then they built the walls higher, and it is kind of what you see today. And it's right here in the center of Guernica. You can see all around the door, all the little figures. Yeah, really, really nice. This is what they call the Algeria Palace, and it was built in like 1733. There used to be a medieval house that was here that burned down, and then they built this on top of it. And it was abandoned and everything else, and then they made it into a museum in 1991. You can see more of the museum over here. Yeah, it's really cool. And then right behind it is the old tree. Now here is the symbol of the Basque Country. This is the old tree. Now it died of a fungus, but they took a piece of it and they planted it into the father tree that died, and then they have the son now that is growing. Okay, so the old tree was over there, and then this is the son, or the new tree. So it'll grow. So they would meet underneath the shade of the tree and discuss important matters. You can see some more of these great old buildings here, just all around. Really a beautiful place. This is beautiful. The whole area here in the Basque Country is amazing. I can't even describe what all you see here. You're driving around through like these little windy mountain roads, and you look over, there'll be this old white and brown brick house or stone house, and you see just beautiful views all through the area. So this is the first part of Durango. So we're greeted with this humongous church, and we have a gate, and it looks like the old town is right up here. And the first thing we see is the Santa Ana Eliza Church. And it's right here. Check this out. You have this cool little waterfall, some stone buildings over there, and it looks like this is closed up, so we won't be able to see. And then we have this really cool gate here. This is the Santa Ana Arcua gate. And if you have like an image of like a charming little village in your mind, you can't be far away from this right here. This is so cool. This gate is fantastic. So you have the little seal right there, the shield. And then check out this building here with the little flowers, the little stone balcony, and then the river just going right here. That's just crystal clear. And right here in front of the church is this little courtyard. with the old buildings. You can see their houses have the little balconies. Oh, this is really, really cool. Looks like the old wall there, and they've tore this down and added this new building over here. And you can see the mountains off in the distance. And then this church just towers over downtown Durango. So you have all the little stores here all along the way. Check out all of those murals up there. You have another little courtyard. So this looks like the Calle Andra Maria. Now this church was destroyed in the 1937, I believe, during the Spanish Civil War. Guernica, which is another Basque town, was about 85% destroyed by the Luftwaffe. The Germans bombed it. They were supporting Franco. And over here in Durango, there were a couple of munitions factories. So this was actually an important town. So there was quite a bit of fighting around here also. Okay, so let's see if we can go in here. This is what you see here. Just this huge dome. You see a little bit of stained glass up there. I hope it comes out on the camera. And that big organ. We're back outside. That's the way we came in. How fantastic is that? And then just the local produce out here. This is a really nice look at this church. And check out this cool building. It's right behind the church. Yeah, really a cool little town. You can see the hills and stuff all around. And it just has all these little windy roads like this, courtyards.